Hello everybody, and welcome back to the stage of Resurrection Cup 2026. Today we have quite an exciting match for you guys. It is going to be the Cup versus Let's LARP. Very interesting names from both of these two teams, but the players on both of these are very strong. The Cup features a very well-known player within the scene, Boshi Man, as well as Orangoose, Zymbe, You're Cute, and Idinth. I hope I did not butcher those pronunciations. And Let's LARP is going to feature your Singaporean OWC team, Bronya, Lifetime, Simango, Makayo? I hope I did not pronounce that wrong. And no KJK coming in as their fifth player. Despite the seeding differences between these two teams, specifically seed 11 versus seed 22, both of these two teams are very promising performers in this tournament. So I am very excited to see how they perform in this matchup. My name is Aquatic, and joining me in the commentary booth is going to be Taikani. Say hello.
Hello. Yeah, Aquatic, it's going to be a great match. Honestly, like, this is one of the fun quirks of qualifier seeding. Now, I've been out and about. I've been doing other things in OSU for the past 2 years. And I love returning to qualifiers-based seeding because it leads to weird matches like this, where this is seed 11 versus seed 22. On paper, it looks like a blowout, right? But then you look at the rosters of players, and it is just two insanely stacked rosters. Like, how many of these people in this match have played like high-level OWC matches, right?
Yeah, like I can count. Like I'm pretty sure the entirety of the Singaporean team, as well as NovaKJK, can just play this. Has just played OWC, and Bocce Man, obviously one of the very common reoccurring players on the United States roster. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe he has won one of the iterations. Yes. Yeah, many iterations.
Yes. That is true.
Yeah, and Orange Juice, You're Cute are both doing very, very well in a lot of those like more low-key regional tournaments. I believe specifically like USC, they performed incredibly. So I'm excited to see this roster. This is essentially the pseudo United States OWC team here.
Yeah, it honestly is. This is like the debate. One of the things I love about the summer tournaments is it's the pre-OWC grind, right? This is the moment in time where you, as an up and comer player, especially, are trying to get noticed by OWC managers and trying to get favor in their head by performing well. Which always leads to a really, really exciting and competitive summer season. And that's exactly why Resurrection Cup exists in the first place, right? It is all about the highest level OSU that we can have.
Yeah, and we are getting into the bans. I am unfortunately not too familiar with these players. Just looking at the qualifiers, though, we see Let's LARP being very, very strong, that aim consistency. Number 2 seed in that NoMod 1 slot. And the Cup being the higher seed overall is going to be more favored on this matchup overall, having seeded very, very well on both HR2, DT3, and NoMod 7. The HR2 specifically being the highest scoring team in the entire tournament for qualifiers. While Let's LARP is struggling a little bit on that HR department, so we might be seeing some of those HR bans come out for this round. And yep, here it is. I believe that is going to be Let's LARP's ban. Bronya has gone for that HR2 ban. Very understandable.
Yeah, it's interesting. 2 gimmick bans coming through here. The NoMod 5 and the Hard Rock 2.
Seeing the Cub banning out that gimmick map is very, very surprising to me, actually, because I mean, just look at your teammate. Bocce Man is right there. That man will absolutely cook on any of these low AR like gimmick maps, and NoMod 5 is exactly the type of stuff that he eats right up. But I guess it's more of just a roster comfortability thing.
I would imagine so, especially as immediately after banning NoMod 5 density reading, we're going into hidden 2 density reading.
Yay! Off-grid, a very, very well-known, I would say. I've seen this get pooled in like in this pool SR range like many times. A slight edit for Res Cup, putting the AR down just a tiny bit to 7.5. So for those Phil Hidden 2 players, it could prove some challenges, but it is pretty early round. I doubt anybody will struggle too hard on this map specifically. It is going to feature a lot of those overlaps and awkward aim elements, so make sure you get your overlap reading ready.
Yeah, this one, a map by Zydorn, very well-known tournament mapper, both in the speed and the hidden reading departments. I described this on broadcast yesterday, like, Zydorn maps are, when you're looking at hidden reading from Zydorn, they are the most annoying thing ever because they look so normal. Zydorn uses these anime-styled visuals. If you're familiar with mapping, you might know how anime basic sliders work, where they're like slight curves. And Zydorn uses that, which is very strange for a reading mapper. Most reading mappers opt not to use slight curve sliders, which makes the map look like a normal map, and then suddenly you miss all of it.
The jump scare patterns of this map. Oh, it seems Branya is going to be sight reading right now.
Joyce. Yeah, there's a ton of deceptive spacing and a ton of overlaps. Branya, the sight reading's gonna be a little difficult. Of course, it's round of 30, right? It's not gonna be the hardest map in the world, but it's a little spooky.
Good luck. Half Fumos have been sent out to MP Start 10 now. We'll get to see what the roster is for both of these teams. First pick of the match, it is going to be the Cups pick. They are the higher seeded team after all, so this matchup, I've said this multiple times now, but this matchup is going to be favored towards them. I'm excited to see Let's Start putting up a fight against the Cup, especially on this map.
Yeah, but you're seeing like a little bit of discomfort on the side of Let's LARP. Branya the first to find multiple breaks, actually. Lifetime going to follow it up as well. No KJK, the only FC remaining on Let's LARP. Of course, it's early breaks, early days, not going to matter too much in terms of combo differential, but speaking to comfort, you're seeing a little bit of a different story in what matters, right? You see 3 huge accuracies on the side of the Cup, continued breaks from Branya on Lifetime, and nope, the only person that really looks comfortable on the Let's LARP side.
Yeah, 3 FCs to just 1. No KJK, the last bastion of Let's LARP. Orange Juice finding that first miss for the Cub. It is going to bring the FC count down to 2, but it's still 2 FCs to 1. The score lead is just going to keep flying over to their side. The Your Cute finds another miss, but it is Boshi, man, that you have to look out for. That is the gimmick player that you want to be careful of, and no KJK knows about this. If he has seen that his teammate has broken, he knows that he cannot be dropping any combos right now.
But this is the ideal position to be in if you're no KJK. Orange Juice and You're Cute, they're both gone. Bocce Man, the only FC remaining. Now, Bocce Man is not the FC you want remaining, frankly. But Bocce Man is the only FC remaining. If there were to be a break, and it's a huge if, right? But if there were to be a break, no KJK does have the space suddenly to take it back. There's enough map left. But they need a break soon, and Bocce Man refuses to give it over. Sure, some accuracy drops, but it's Nope to fall first, and Bocce Man no, completely uncontested.
Yeah, and you said it, Bocce Man holding out the last FC of the entire map, down on the accuracy, but holding on to 700 combo. Lifetime and Branya not able to put up any recovery significant enough to put a dent in Bocce Man's lead, and that is going to be 500k and a strong first pick for the Cups, for the Cup.
Band density reading, pick density reading, and somehow it just works. Welcome to Resurrection Cup, to the Cup of Resurrection Cup.
I mean, what else would you expect from the gimmick player of Team United States, Bocce Man, coming in for that HD2? Finding the only FC in the entire lobby. But that is going to be, I believe, one of the last gimmick maps in the entire map pool. Map pool is going to be quite small. The only other gimmick map is going to be that Fremont 2. Unfortunately, that is going to require a few more HR players, though the Cup is very strong in that precision part, so...
Yeah, I was going to say that Fremont 2 is pretty much a free pick for them at some point, whenever they want to use it. Like, Your hidden 2 was so strong, it felt like Let's LARP just didn't have the hidden comfort outside of one player, and they already banned Hard Rock 2, right? So Fremont 2 looks like a pick eventually, but it's not their turn to pick. It is, in fact, Let's LARP going for a hidden 1.
Okay. This, I mean, you were just saying how their hidden isn't very comfortable, but they immediately go into that HD1 pick, the other HD map in the map pool. Looking at qualifier stats real quick, we see that Let's LARP and the Cup have very similar placements on the qualifiers HD1, Seed 10, and Seed 13. Respectively, Let's LARP at Seed 13 and the Cup at 10. So this could be quite a nail-biter if I do say so myself.
Yeah, this one, a custom beat map by Okoayu made for Resurrection Cup, a 195 BPM aim map with this weird kind of like symmetry on and off gimmick here. So it starts out like a normal Okoayu map where it's kind of just aim the old-fashioned way in some sense. And then there's points where we get even more old-fashioned. Suddenly you start to see a symmetry gimmick kind of creep into the map. A respect to the many mappers that Okoayu has come across over the years. A very, very interesting map that has you juggling 2 types of aim at once. Can you hold on to standard awkward aim and switch to really structured awkward aim very quickly?
Wonder if there's going to be a little bit of reading element in this map as well. Let's take a look at the AR. It is going to be 9.3, somewhat on the lower side, I would say, for this SR. And a lot of those very structured aim patterns are going to feature those, like, overlapses. They're not very tricky, as they're, I believe, pretty intuitive. But I do wonder if there's going to be any mysteries on that, especially for sight reads.
Yeah, density always going to be a contentious point in a hidden 1. At AR 9.3, even though it's like 195 BPM, which isn't so high for a hidden 1, you are going to run into density a little bit, and you may run into misreads, although, of course, the aim is still that central presence of the map.
Certainly so. Good luck. Half funds have been sent out, and here we go. Into the map itself.
Orange Juice, Boshiman, You're Cute versus Rania Mikhayo, and Nope KJK. The first pick for Let's LARP here. Can they get one on the board after just losing hidden, picking straight into the other hidden map? A little bit of density could be a worry. Hoping to just stick it out and out-aim the opposing team.
No early breaks so far, and as I say that, Nope KJK finds the first miss. Not going to matter too much, as this map is going to be quite long. Still the rest of the map to go. It is going to be a consistency check, but the early advantage is going to go to the Cup, holding a three-way FC so far.
That said, Mikhayo's looking a little comfortable. Bronya does find a break, and suddenly things get to scary territory. Mikhayo actually almost broke as well on those 1-2 patterns. But now, you're facing down 3 full combos once again as a single full combo on Let's LARP. This isn't how you wanted this map to start. Bronya finds another break. Speaking the discomfort, you see that accuracy on Bronya as well. Not the kind of accuracy you want to have on an aim map. It speaks to not really feeling comfort. We know Bronya's probably sight reading this pool, given their comment on the hidden 2. And I think that's really, really biting them right now.
Yeah, this HD1 is not the most sight read friendly map in the entire pool, and it is certainly showing from Bronya's performances. The Cup still holding onto a strong 3-way though. Every member of their team holding 99 plus, and Mikhayo, the last standing FC on Let's LARP's team, has fallen. Nope KJK, the only recovery left. A full combo reset hits once again for Bronya and Mikhayo. The score advantage is just going to fly over towards the side of the Cup.
I hate to be the pessimist, but doesn't this look familiar? It's only Nope KJK against the entire field. Boshi's the first to go, but look at these scores! Orange Juice, you're cute, still holding on to an FC more than halfway through the map. Sorry, halfway through the total score possibility. And a near 500k lead. That's impossible for No KJK to make up on their own. Given the break earlier in the map, Orange Juice and JP are putting up a lifetime performance on their opponent's pick here. This is not how Let's LARP wanted it to go.
No, it is not. Makeo and Branya trying their darn best to find some sort of recovery, but even Branya's recovery is being matched by Man right now, and 2 FCs still on Orange Juice. 1 left with Yurku. No KJ has a chance, but they need Yurku to find another break here, and I believe that break Makeo just find might just be it. And with that miss from Branya, that certainly is. There's not enough score left for No KJK to make up the score difference. Despite Orange Juice finding a miss, despite Man finding a miss, Yurku holding down the fort with an FC. No KJK just cannot compete with that whatsoever. And the Cup is going to take the first break point of this match, putting themselves at 2-0.
An incredibly strong start for the Cup here. 2 really, really strong hidden plays back to back. Going to make a statement for seed 11 in this match. Of course, the higher seed, but even then, that's just such an insane score differential on your opponent's pick. It's mad respect, especially to Yurku, one of SoCal's greatest, of course, for an insane breakpoint performance. 2-0, and it's the Cup's pick next.
Yeah,
I gotta say as well, shoutouts to Okoayu for the custom map, of course.
Of course. Considering the, you're slowly running out of those available picks. HD1 was one of your stronger picks just looking at the seeding differential for qualifiers. You still have that Nomad 1 just down your pocket, but, it's Nomad 1, of course. We know how Nomad 1s can tend to occur in these lower SR pools. It'll usually be incredibly close just based off of that accuracy for both of these teams. And just looking at consistency right now, the Cup is winning out by quite a bit. So that might not be the greatest pick left for Let's LARP, but of course it is the Cup's turn to pick. Their overall higher seeding is going to mean that their overall roster depth is just going to be a lot stronger than Let's LARP.
I was gonna say that Fremont 1 would be the craziest pick right now, and they just did it. Oh man.
But yeah, as Taikani's prediction has landed, unfortunately I'm able to speak his mind before the pick was sent out. Fremont 1 is out.
I'm so mad. I'm actually so mad. I was so ready to crackhead theory about how this map would be insane, and then they just pick it before I can say anything. Anyways, 232 BPM, Dense Awkward Aim is the name of this map. A very good pick after the hidden 1 in theory, but what I like about this most is the rapid switching between 1/3 and 1/4 and 1/2 patterning. What that does essentially is it really punishes sight reads, which I feel like it's no mystery we're looking at exactly that from the side of Let's LARP. This map is going to be impossible to read on sight read in the intro section. And then in the second half of the map, it just gets so hard. And given how the Cup's aim looked, I'm not worried about them on awkward aim. However, for Let's LARP, it's going to be a little more difficult. With the force mod rule set as well, you need one player to take hidden, one player to take hard rock, and one player to take a mod. It cannot be no mod. So you have to go into this likely sight reading for some of your players with a mod not knowing what this map is like.
Yeah, I mean, going into a upper seed matchup, sight reading is not the greatest idea you could have, but of course it is understandable for players to just go ahead and sight read some of these lower SR pools. It can't get a little boring to practice. But enough waffling. Time to get into the map itself.
Yeah, it's very interesting map by Mariner. And I cannot stress enough just how weird this is. At CS 3.9 and AR 9.2, it's not going to be too punishing on Hard Rock CS-wise. It's just going to be punishing on Hard Rock by the aim requirement, and the accuracy requirement actually is something I would actually be a lot worried about. But AR 9.2 on 232 BPM is a big deal. You thought Hidden 1 was a little dense? This is absurdly dense. Go. Good luck. Have Umo in the chat. It's time to get into a Fremont 1. Something that I actually didn't think the Cup might pick into when the match started, but given just how dominant that Hidden 1 is, we get to see it. That Fremont 2 still in the back pocket as well, should they need it. Second.
Yeah, let's LARP. If they want any chance of taking a point or even the match against the Cup, they really need to make sure that they leave themselves some leeway for that Fremont 2 pick, because it's just such a strong pick for the Cup, and it is very clear that they're saving it for that match point. And if Let's LARP gets into that situation, it is pretty over for them, I would have to say.
Yeah, slight confusion in the chat, so I'd like to remind you on the Fremont rules. The rules are 1 player must take Hidden, 1 player must take Hard Rock, and 1 player must take any mod. It can be a combination, it can be a single mod should they like. So any valid combination of mods as stated on the rule sheet can just be 1 mod, as long as it is a mod. You cannot play a free mod map, no mod in this tournament. You must have at least 1 mod. That all said, yeah, I agree. I think this Fremont 1 is a must-win map for Let's LARP. At some point, you obviously need to get a breakpoint back, given how your own Hidden 1 pick went. But if you look at the momentum of the match, right, this is best of 9, meaning that if the Cup were to win this Fremont 1, Let's LARP would, let's say they win their next pick, and then the Cup gets to pick Fremont 2 and win that, suddenly they're at match point up 4-1, right? It's a really, really tough situation to contest for Let's LARP, if that happens.
Yeah, and coming in for the rosters, we have Zimby, Orange Juice, and You're Cute versus No KJK, Makeo, and Lifetime. We see 2 HRs, actually HD HR from Lifetime, as well as an HD on Nope KJK. While on the Cub side, we have Zimby holding on to that HR, Orange Juice on that HR, and Yurkud on the HD. Makeo finds that first miss, but we see Let's LARP actually taking a bit of an overmod.
Yeah, but 2 misses right off the bat. Once again, it's starting to look like a familiar situation. No KDK, the only full combo against 3, and Zimby, Orange Juice, and You're Cute. You see in the mod combinations, nobody really wants to deal with the density, trying to go for as much Hard Rock as possible. But it feels like the Hard Rocks are really biting Let's LARP in the back right now. They're not comfortable on this aim requirement in the slightest. And as we go into the Ki, it's only going to get more drastic, I imagine. No KJK, now your only player you can rely on, the only player playing the density for this team against 3 monsters on the left side of the screen.
Yeah, matching up to You're Cute quite nicely, but No KJK has 2 more Goliaths holding down the fort in Orange Juice and Zimby. There's just no combo to contest. The Makeo and Lifetime trying to build up their recoveries, but the advantage is already going to be almost 200k to the side of the Cup.
Okay.
But as I'm saying that, Zimby and Orange Juice finding a miss simultaneously. The advantage is now flipped back to Let's LARP side. No KJK still holding on to a matching combo as well as accuracy to Your Cute score, and Lifetime and Makeo just going to take the score lead all the way back. 60k down. Makeo finds a miss. Lifetime still holding. Score lead's going to keep going back. Is it going to flip over?
I wouldn't speak so soon, but that Ki was really important. 2 combos make it out alive for Let's LARP. That score lead is going down very, very slowly. With that Mikhail break, a lot of the momentum has been stifled. They need to hold on essentially for the rest of the map. They're also still facing a continued full combo from JP on that hidden, matching Nope KJK. The difference right now is lifetime on the hidden Hard Rock. They see at the break the scores at hand. They know it's close. Lifetime. I'm sure they feel so much pressure right now. They know just how important their role is on this team. Nobody breaks on the 230 BPM stream going to the Ki, but it's left to the break in the Ki. The score lead just flipped over and it's gone. Zimby finds a break, but that score lead is still continuing to go over as the combo's just a little bit better. The accuracy is just a little bit better. And as long as Yurcute and Oranges can both hold on, it should be secure. But it's not a done deal yet. Either of those players break, we have a conversation again.
Yeah, Yurcute and Nope KJK, the star players, you gotta keep your eyes on him. Mikhail is the one to fall! 60k score! This map is winding down, and Orange Juice is not looking to find any misses at the sending section. Yurcute and Nope KJK still matching their combos. If there's any misses right now, there might still be a chance, but that is 100k for the Rose to end this map off. Let's LARP trying their such their best to take this point back. The score point was able to flip for just a smidge of a second, but it is not enough as Orange Juice's recovery and Yurcute's FC is going to be enough for the cup to take yet another point.
A real close one, a closeness we haven't seen in this match so far. With what was 2 back-to-back dominant picks from the cup, suddenly it looks a little bit dicier. A little less comfort on the Hard Rock than I think the cup really would have liked. They still make it out at the end, but there's some bruises, there's some damage, right? Let's LARP was almost able to take it, and seeing a chance to pounce on the aim, they will take it. No mod 1. Thank you for the Venom mapped by Super V. This is practically just a how to aim tutorial with some bursts. 9-note bursts scattered all throughout the map.
Some difficult tutorial we have here. This map is going to feature a lot of those very wide jumps, I believe. The BPM of this map is also going to be a little bit higher than something you would expect from a Nomad 1 at this SR, being at just under 210 BPM, 207.
$207. Actually, one of the higher BPM aim maps in this pool, just given the hidden one, is 195. But what I'm interested in is just like the pure raw aim, right? This is, well, of course you have those intermittent bursts breaking through. You know, this isn't solely an aim map, right? You have to tap sometimes. I know, I'm annoyed too. But with that, like, it's not all the most comfortable jumps in the world. Now, a lot of them are pretty comfortable. This isn't like hyper optimized like Sotark's jumps. This is what I would call good stuff. So this is a real map. Is how I would describe it.
Oh damn! Some shots fired.
Absolutely, and I will. But what that means is that there are going to be points where you're hit with a jump you might not be expecting. Obviously, this is a Nomad 1. It's going to be mostly comfortable, but you can't fully rely on this.
Yep, as the players come right in. The Snowmod 1 was predicted earlier in the match by me, but again, I still think it's a little bit skeptical. It is lower SR after all compared to qualifiers, and a lot of times that Nomad 1 is really just up to RNG. Can you hold on to that accuracy? Can you hold on to that combo? Do you find the shit miss here and there? And you know, usually when the lower seed goes for that Nomad 1 pick, it typically signals a sign of desperation. And the Cup is certainly putting up that pressure for Let's LARP here, 3-0 right off the bat, as well as that Fremont 2 still in their back pocket. Let's LARP really needs to find a win on this map, or else their winner's bracket run could already be over. And that pressure could mean quite a lot on a map that requires as much consistency as Nomad 1 does. Immediately, we see a little bit of an accuracy drop coming out from Lifetime and Nope KJK, but I think they've recovered very well. Yep, as I say, they've all gone back to 99%. No significant score advantage for either teams, and no early misses anywhere to be found.
Yeah, you want to talk about must win? Let's talk about must win. A Nomad 1 with the nerves at an all-time high for this match. Let's LARP. They know the stakes, and it's Lifetime to drop first for this squad. Sure, you had JP lose a little combo at the beginning, but that You're Cute miss, it's not going to matter nearly as much as that Lifetime miss. A swing in the score lead as we go into the first Ki. The Cup, though, this is the first Ki after all. You have to hit all of this aim. You don't have such a comfortable score lead yet. You need to keep building and building and building that combo in order to really get that lead up there. But it's a comfortable first Ki for them.
Certainly so. The advantage is already on the side of the Cup, but they really need them to find another miss for them to have, for Let's LARP to have any chance of coming back from this. The 2 FCs to almost 3 FCs is just not going to be enough to stop that bleeding. 94%, almost 100k, sorry, 94k, almost 100k score lead for the Cup now. And they don't look like they're trying to find any misses soon.
They look comfortable. Some shakes here and there, but what does it matter if you're shaking when you're hitting the circles? You're doing the thing. You're playing the video game. That's all you need to do. For the second Ki, no misses. Still from the Cup, a little break. A reminder of where we are. Lifetime, I'm sure, feeling awful about that break now, knowing that that break is the difference maker here. Need to see a break from the Cup. It is all that they can hope for. Nope. Cymango, they have to hold on here. Orange just finds the break on the stream, and suddenly we've got a conversation. The combo has now been built up. Lifetime has recovered the supporting combo, and as long as they can hold on to the guitar solo, they do. We've got a conversation on our hands. Less than 100k score difference. There is time. A third Ki, a must-hit third Ki. All the aim in this Nomad 1 comes through. No KJK, Cymango, Lifetime. Can you hold on?
The 1-2s are hit. Orange Juice's Orange Juice's drop is the opening that Let's LARP needs to take this point back. 40k and lowering. The score lead is coming to their side. They need to hold through this Ki, and do they do so? Lifetime, Cymango, and Nope KJK. No one finding a miss. And as I see that, Lifetime finds a miss at the very last moment. The score lead is just at 13k. But with that early miss from You're Cute now biting the cup in the ass, and Cymango, no KJK, is going to have that tiny bit of an combo advantage. Is that going to be enough? And it is not. 25,000 score win for the Cup side. Oh my god, what an unfortunate series of events.
That's heartbreaking. Lifetime was not a full combo, but what they were was a combo. It was Lifetime support combo that was the difference from Orange Juice in the end, and finding that miss right before the ending of the map was enough to keep the score from crossing over. It's like 25,000 is not a lot of score, but it's something that Lifetime would have easily eclipsed had they just held on in the end. A heartbreaking miss at the end of a Nomad 1 pick for Let's LARP. Very, very close map once again, but not one that will end up in their hands. A break point for the Cup, and now it's the Cup's pick on match point. 4-0, a chance at 5, a chance at the match with this next pick.
I think we're very much expecting a certain Fremont 2 to be picked right about now. The nuke they've been hiding up their back sleeve for the entire match so far. Their dominating performance on HT2 has shown it, and the HR2 ban is just another sign that they should just go for this anti-mod pick.
Yeah, it's the question of, do you go for the highest thing on the team sheet, which might just be Fremont 2, or do you go for the easiest pick in theory, right? There's I don't think that Fremont 2 is the only option. It certainly looks like the strongest on paper, but I mean, this is an incredibly talented American squad, right? Like they can do a lot. Man, my heart hurts after that No Mod 1. I'm not over it.
It's always heartbreaking to see the underdog miss out on a point against the upper seeds by such a tight margin, and we do not see the Fremont 2 come out, actually. DT2 is going to be the pick that we see. It's going to be Love Bomb, your every pool's necessary K-pop tax, and your stamina map for the entire pool, actually.
It's Love Bomb! Yay! Dude, okay, you know what messes me up? So I mapped Love Bomb as a Hard Rock 2 for All American Draft House last year. And now like I can't see it as a DT2 in my mind anymore. This is such a CS7 map now in my head.
Oh my god.
But of course everybody knows Love Bomb. It's 231.
Yeah. This map is pooled in just about every single rank range imaginable, I believe. I've played this, 5 digits play this, 4 digits play this, open rank plays this, everybody plays this map.
Everybody loves Bomb. It's just how it goes. Yeah, 251 it's constant burst. There's no aim requirement for this. This is as farm as it gets in the tournament pool.
Yeah, but of course, farm map aside, this is still 231. If you're uncomfortable at the BPM, which hopefully none of these players are, you're gonna have quite a bit of trouble with this, because it certainly does test that stamina at that BPM.
100%. I misspoke, by the way. It's All American Auction House. I realized after I said it, I was like, draft isn't the right word. I know it's not. Oh my gosh, I'm a fraud. Anyways, good luck, have fun in the chat. Beginning of what could potentially be the final map here in this DT2 in Love Bomb, mapped by Selena. Not many words to say about it, frankly. It is Love Bomb, mapped by Selena. The first time we see Nope out of the lobby, it's Bronya, Cymango, Lifetime versus Aiden, Zimby, and Orange. Have we seen Aiden yet? I don't know if we have.
I do not think so. That is the first time they've come on for Team the Cup. But yeah, immediately off the bat, we get a little bit of a taste for what the rest of the map entails. Some of those 230 bursts coming in. No one is immediately showing their... Actually, I take that back. Bronya and Lifetime dropping quite a bit of accuracy on this intro section here, which does not spell a very good story for Let's LARP. Bronya dropping more of those accuracies, giving the advantage to the Cup, and finding that miss finally. Lifetime as well. Orange Juice trades, but as 1 FC to 2 FCs dropping. Cymango trying their best to hold on, but Aiden is just holding on to a 99.4% FC.
Alright, I figured out why we haven't seen Aiden. They've just been grinding Love Bomb. They just want a 600.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, 99% accuracy, continuing into the second KI. More breaks and act drops across the board, especially from Bronya, Lifetime, Orange Juice. Bronya the only one to find the breaks. The act drops, the rest of them. Lifetime finds the breaks, sorry. Suddenly you got 2 FCs to 1 once again, but you see that score difference number? It's kind of high, no?
Yeah, we're already three-fourths around into the map now. This map is not the longest of maps. A lot of those misses are going to matter a lot, unless we see a full-on collapse, in which I don't even think that is enough. There's just so much score lead for the side of the Cup that Let's LARP just doesn't have any chance of coming back now.
And with a Cymango break, there will be no FCs for Let's LARP. A confirmation of the end as 2 players continue to FC through the end on the Cup. Aiden Zimby going to finish it off in style. 2.8 million team score and a 3v3, by the way, to finish off this DT2, to finish off a 5-0 sweep, to finish off the Resurrection Cup 2026 round of 32.
An unfortunate series of events for our dearest lower seed Let's LARP, but nonetheless, their tournament run is not over. They still have the lower brackets, and just from some of these very close points, I am excited to see how they perform in that lower bracket. But nonetheless, my name has been Aquatic, and joining me in the commentary booth is going to be Taikani. Any last words, Taikani?
Of course, I gotta shout out the winning team in the cup. Played incredibly. The losing team in Let's LARP for putting up a good fight, especially we saw on that free mod 1 and that no mod 1. Making things look close. Making things look real close. And shout out to you for watching, of course. We should have a map pool showcase tomorrow afternoon if history is any trend, although I don't know exactly what time. If I had to guess, probably 17 UTC, but that's just a guess, so don't trust me. There will likely be an announcement within the Resurrection Cup Discord server when the map pool showcase has been decided. It's going to be a great time. Resurrection Cup, so many great creative minds behind it. A lot of amazing custom maps and original songs left to see, so I hope you'll be there for the round of 16 map pool showcase.
Yes, indeed. So much things to be prepared for. And yeah, as we close out this match of the Resurrection Cup 2026, I thank you, the viewers, for watching this stream, and we will see you when we do. Bye-bye.